If you want to write a great pop chorus, these are two of the most powerful chord progressions that have already provided numerous hits. You will find the same chord progressions in these songs, to name a few. Firstly, let's define what a pop chorus is. If I take a song from that list as an example, the pop chorus is the hook, the center of the song, the lines people will go away singing. How do you write a successful pop chorus? There are at least two principal schools of thought in this modern era. There are the loop-based songs. Champions of this would be Pharrell and Ed Sheeran. In the inspired hands of these guys, a simple looped chord progression can turn into a 6-minute epic without further chord changes. We'll do a lesson on chords perfect for that format in the next video. The second school of thought is the Max Martin / Noel Gallagher approach, in which they retain the more traditional songwriting techniques through harmonic movement and chord progressions. So what should a pop chorus do? When it reaches the chorus, it should be a huge swing out the park, the most anthemic point of the song. So this is what I mean by the pop chorus. The emotional lift of a chorus, the get out your seat moment. Believe it or not, popular music has its roots in opera and classical music, where recitative equates to a verse, a cut down section, and an aria equates to the chorus with the beautiful melody or rousing chords or both. So let's get to it. What is this mysterious chord progression that underpins so many hits? To understand this chord progression, which generally is in a major key and uses major chords, the progression comes from the Aeolian mode, a minor scale. The characteristics of the Aeolian mode are the minor third, the flattened sixth, and the flattened seventh. Here's how it sounds. I'm starting this on the 12th fret of the 6th string. I also think it's important to show you this focusing on just one string, because this is how we'll be moving around the neck. We're going to play major chords, but the progression comes from the notes at the Aeolian mode. I said there were two chord progressions. One is the shortened and one is long, but both based on the Aeolian mode. So let's hear the short version first. The chords are E, G, A. 1, the tonic, the minor third, and the 4th. I'm basing this off one of the songs on the list. See if you recognize which one. These can all be different lengths, so here is the same chords but different bar lengths. I'll base this from a different hit. And try this one too. So this initial 3-chord progression can be developed with additional chords. So this is the full version, as I would call it. This is E, G, A, C, B. 1, minor third, 4, flattened 6th, and the 5th. The difference with this full version is there's still room to add your own flair on how it ends. Shortly, I'll fill in the blanks on my original list, so you can see how each one of these songs that use the full progression choose to resolve theirs. First, however, let's see this one. Name that tune. Why does this chord progression sound so powerful? It borrows a technique that we encountered when we looked at the blues in my last video. In this, I described the juxtaposition of a minor third onto a major chord. We have the same thing here. The chords are major, but the progression uses a minor third. And so once again, we have this mix of major and minor, which creates a sense of elemental power. This is why the chord progression works so well as a chorus. It has innate power, a raw feel. Even in a song like 50 Ways to Leave Your Lover, the verse is rhythmically, melodically, and harmonically complex, but the chorus is elemental, just these 3 chords. The difference with this full version is how you choose to resolve it, because you can play a riff, you can choose not to resolve down, or you can end it with a cadence, like this variation. This is E, G, A, C, D, E. This C, D, E is what I dubbed the rock cadence in my cadence lesson. See if you can identify this song. I'll fill in the blanks on this list. Check these songs out in this context and you'll see how even though, yes, we're using a known sequence, there's still ways to make it your own. If you could think of any more missing from this list, add it to the comments. I hope to hear this in your songs.